Hi, my name is Evan Spencer. I am a graduate student here at Truman State University, getting my master's in physical education, and I also swim here. So I started swimming when I was 4 years old. We lived in Florida, and our friends were joining a neighborhood swim team. So me and the other girl my age went and did tryouts, and I made it all the way down the pool. So that's kind of how it all started, and I've been swimming ever since. The first time I ever drove onto Truman's campus, I knew that Truman was going to be the place for me, and never once have I ever regretted coming to Truman. I think Truman's home. It's me. It's the perfect place. My freshman year I redshirted because of a medical injury. My shoulder messed up, so it put me out of the water. But sophomore year, I had a really good year and ended up going to nationals for the first time. I finaled in one event, and then I had one relay that finaled, so that was a lot of fun. It was a really good experience. And then my next year, I went back to nationals again and also won a couple more titles at conference, which was really exciting. I set 2 new school records, which was unbelievable. I did not expect that at all. And then I finaled twice at nationals. Junior year, so last year, I again won more conference titles. I got the GLVC Swimmer of the Year, which was voted on by the other coaches of the conference. I got an A cut, which automatically got me invited to nationals, so I got to go back again. And this time I finaled in top 8 twice, and then a couple other times in other things, which put me at an 8-time All-American, and I reset my own school records. And now I'm in my senior year. Well, my dream job would be to work for Special Olympics, but you don't get paid because all of the positions are volunteer. So instead, I want to be a PE teacher and hopefully work with kids with special needs in my classroom. I became involved with Special Olympics a few years ago. A friend of mine had to do a class project where she had to do a case study with someone that had a disability. And she ended up working with this little girl named Kian Bain, and she started giving her swim lessons. And then when she saw that I was interested in it, she had me come and almost take over for a little bit. And then when she graduated with her master's in education, she's also a PE teacher, I took over the lessons. Oh, Kian's the light of my life. That girl is my heart and soul. She has every inch of me captured, wrapped around her little finger. Seeing her every week is the greatest part of my week every time. She's taking huge strides in the water, which is awesome to see. And she's growing up. She's in high school now. She just turned 15. It's so weird to think that years ago she was barely 10 years old and that was when I first met her. And now she's turning into an amazing young woman. And then since meeting Kian, there have been 4 new additions to my lessons. So over the past 4 years now, I've been coaching kids with Down syndrome. All of my athletes have Down syndrome, everywhere from the age of 15 to the age of 26. And it's a weekly thing, and it's awesome. So within the past couple years after I took over the Special Olympics lessons and more athletes started to join, I kind of realized I needed some more help. So I reached out to some of my teammates here at Truman, and I asked if anybody would be interested in helping me, and I got a couple people too. And it's kind of become a little family. Every Thursday we all get excited to go, and I know we're always really sad when we can't do it or we haven't seen them in a while, and the parents and us have interacted really well, so it's really expanded to a big thing and actually become a team as opposed to just one-on-one lessons, and it's a really good experience. And then another athlete of mine is Niemeyer, and he is just an outstanding kid all around. He has been involved with a lot of things with Special Olympics. He does multiple sports through the program. Who comes with him is his girlfriend. Her name is Lizzie. She is adorable, and that giggle will make anybody laugh and any heart melt. She is always encouraging the other athletes in the water and even encouraging herself when she's a little scared. And then I have Ethan, who is a spunky little boy who's obsessed with being muscular and has a lot of fun in the water and likes to have everyone watch the new thing that he does. He's very excited when he learns something new. And then I have a young man named Sammy, who is just hilarious. He's obsessed with UFC fighting. So every time he's in the water, the first thing he does is start throwing punches at the air to try and show he can fight the water. And he's doing so well considering he's never swam before. And then he also is very, very into girls. So he always likes it when he gets a girl instructor from one of my teammates because he loves the thought of having a girlfriend. But all of my athletes are just a really good group of people, and I'm very lucky to get to work with them. Growing up, my mom's mom passed away when I was about 9 months old. But however, everybody that's ever known her and me has always told me that I am the spitting image, personality, and looking wise of her. Thanks, Grandma. And everyone's always said that if she were here, she would be all over what I'm doing because she was very heavily involved with kids with special needs and she loved it. One thing I kind of grew up knowing in my head was people with Down syndrome are known as God's angels on earth because their hearts are so pure, and I can't describe how perfect that is, a way to describe them. And the first time I ever met Kian, that first hug I got from her, I just knew. I knew that's exactly what I wanted to do with my life. I knew that anything else I wouldn't be as happy as being in that moment with a child with disabilities or an adult with disabilities and working with them. A lot of times when people see someone with a disability, they focus on that word disability and don't stop to think about their capabilities. Jared Niemeyer is a good example of someone who people assume he can't do things and then he proves them wrong. Jared has gone to multiple Special Olympics events in multiple different sports, going all the way up to like nationals. He was selected to represent Special Olympics at the United Nations Conference in New York and met the president and Katy Perry and all these people and spoke in front of tons of people about Special Olympics. To top it off, he's also scaled a 13-story building as a fundraiser. And Jared's done things that even I can't do, so clearly it's not a disability. The special needs population is not special in a negative way. They're special in the best way possible. And when you automatically look at someone based off of how they look or how they act and think that they can't do something, you're setting them up for failure in your eyes, and that's never going to be what's right. What I wish people would see is that Special Olympics athletes and anybody with any disability are just as capable of everything that anybody else is. You go past your comfort zone to experience something that you're not familiar with, you grow as a person. And working with kids with special needs is a constant growth experience for me and for them because it's not something that I get to see every day. It's not something I grew up with a sibling or something like that. I'm becoming a better person and they're becoming better people because we're experiencing things that we've never experienced before. And when you push past that comfort zone, that's when things start to click and you start to really develop. A lot of people will say it takes a special person to work with someone with special needs, but it's completely opposite. Working with someone with special needs makes you a special person.